As I mentioned, the Kansas Wheat Tour wrapped up late last week, but there are still a lot of unknowns in the final tally. Tyne Morgan joins us from the Agribusiness Desk with more. Tyne?
Here now with Joe Vaclavic of Standard Grain. Joe, we saw the Kansas Wheat Tour take place last week. It happened on the heels of a massive snowstorm. So really, when you think about the Wheat Tour overall, how accurate is it going to be when we have this damage that you really couldn't account for?
I think the Wheat Tour was inconclusive. I think the people who participated in the Wheat Tour would probably be the first ones to tell you that. There was just such a big portion of the western part of the state, which was the most heavily damaged part of the state when it comes to snow and freezing temperature and just really adverse conditions. They just didn't get the samples that they needed. So I think it's going to be a while until the real level of damage is assessed and until we have a better feel for what's possible from a production standpoint.
But when that final number came out of Kansas, I mean, we saw wheat prices go into the dumps, and it took a massive fall. Was it just because of those findings and that it showed that maybe the wheat crop wasn't as bad as what some had expected, or were there other forces that played into that huge downturn in price?
I think that has something to do with it. I think it also has something to do with the grander scheme money flow type factors. Funds have been short this wheat market forever. They've been able to roll into a carry for months and months and months. It's been like an annuity that just pays for them every year. So like we talked about on the earlier segment, it's going to be something that it's going to be difficult to shake the shorts out of this wheat market, I think.
All right. I mean, how much damage do we need to see to really impact this market when we are sitting on a ton of old crop wheat? Not just from last year, the year before too.
Well, that's the problem. The problem is that one, we've got way too much wheat in this country. That two, we don't make the world market for wheat anymore like we used to. There are other bigger players that are doing more export business than us, and it's just the demand base just isn't there. Even if we're competitive, it just seems like the Black Sea region continues to just outdo us in terms of exports and things of that nature. So it's just difficult for us to find any footing here.
All right, thanks so much, Joe. Stay with us. We'll have a much more Ag Day when we come back.
For more information about Standard Grain and its services, call Joe at 312-462-4438.
Get the roots your crops need by getting Radiate first. Visit lovelandproducts.com/radiate. See your CPS dealer today.